Friends, family, and randoms. This is Narcoustics. I am your friend and merry musical compadre, Mr. Moonshine, and this is Nanogeddon. We are here to share with you the joy of making music out of thin air. And what we're going to be doing is creating a construct out of sound design elements that we're going to set up first, and then we're going to perform what we created in an improvisational space. So we're going to make music in front of your very eyes from scratch. We're going to do the production and the performance live. And what we need is a subject. We need a topic for the tonality of the music, for what we're going to derive the music on. So if anybody is, I see somebody who's tuned in. Hello there. We are asking for a topic to produce music about. And hopefully, if you've dropped in and you have an idea, you can just share it in chat. And I quickly need to get this link that we've just produced across to two social networks that don't automatically do it. And then we're going to start. Okay, so that's it. I wonder if I can... Alright. The first thing that we haven't checked yet is whether that device over there is registering.
Yeah, I was going to mention.
Trust. Now, can you see it light up? Not yet.
Boom, boom.
Maybe it should actually be tracking at this point. We can check it in a minute or two. Alright, so I need to get headphones on. Hello, hello. Why don't I hear myself? Oh.
Hello? I can. This
Hello,
one's
hello.
coming through clear. Oh, yeah. Hey. Gotta tune in. Tune in.
Cool, I can hear quite clearly what's going on.
Keeps on dropping me. I think it's stable.
Alright, I've got a spare cable if you need one.
I don't. Oh, you see what's going on here?
No, there's quite a few things that's going to happen before we can actually start making music. So this is going to get interesting. I see somebody's joined us on YouTube. That's very cool. What's up? I remembered now there's one more person that really wanted to see what we're up to. If you can drop us a chat message, person on YouTube, I'd love to know who it is. And I'd also love to know what you set up so far. So here's a link for you, and there's a link for you. All right, let's see, and a link for you. I think everybody has recognized that we're going already by now. I see we've got 2 people dropped in. Hello, and hey, haha, it's King Cobra. How are you doing, my man? So, we are looking for a subject. We're going to do some sound design. And at the end of our sound design session, we're going to hopefully perform what we've set up. And what we are looking for is like some kind of a subject that we can make music about.
Something you want to talk about.
There it is. It's working.
All right.
All right. So essentially, what we've got here is we've got this experimental. It's like an old iPad, like a very old iPad, and we've managed to hack this thing and turn it into like a MIDI trigger. So we're going to hopefully be using this lovely. Just can you show them that Ashton? No, the Ashton. This Behringer. XM 1800S microphone. By the way, if you buy these, you get them in I almost said pairs of 3.
They're super good, really good.
Yeah, they're decent mics, and they are really great if you want to have like a choir of backup singers, and you need 3 microphones to. Hey, so nice to hear from you, man. Thanks for joining us, Pravesh. So, yeah, if you need like a bunch of people, you can get these like sets of microphones. They're wonderful. XM 1800S from Behringer. Highly recommend them. They look like this, and you get like of them, which is pretty cool. It's like kind of like buying chocolates. You get a box of chocolates, you know, instead of just a slab. Go on and treat yourself. Get a box of chocolates. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, yeah. And so we were using one of these. And I've got an SM58. Most musicians will know what an SM58 is. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like the microphone that you'll find lying around on every stage on this planet. It's become the mainstay of like stage performances. I love it because I live near the ocean and there's all this noise outside. And I don't want you to hear this poopy noise outside. So the silent microphones, they're wonderful for these kind of things. I've got all this white noise outside, but you're only hearing me. So we're looking for a subject for our Sound Design Saturday. We need to set a emotional, mental texture. And if people can throw some subjects into the chat, that'll be wonderful. Please share this video while it's going because, you know, it's only live for so long, right? And afterwards, we'll share it when it's recorded because it's going to be great.
You know then.
So we're going to tune up some instruments to get started. I'm going to get a tuner up for us so that we can do that while we're preparing some other stuff. Can you test that?
Let's see. I'll just jam this in the next hole.
You want the guitar? Yeah, jam that in. Jam it in the next hole. And then I'll set that up. I just got to. So let's just see what's going on here. Yeah, that should work. Try it out. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Okay, that's about as hard as it goes.
That's about as much as my psyche can handle at the moment. I'm gonna get myself fried while he does that because I can't change the view, and I need to set up screen. So let's give it a tune for a quick sec, and then maybe we can give the Mando a tune as well. How does that sound?
Alright, everything I got, you gotta tweak it in to the right spot.
Is your cable better at that, or
No.
it's the same? So, friends, this is an Ashton
Dumpster Strat.
And it's been severely repaired and modified, but it has the most beautiful action.
It's got nice humbucker pickups as well.
And, you know, even when it buzzes, you love it. It's like just such a beautiful sound. That's what I love about this tuner, you know, like most tuners will tell you like just a little, like is it high or low? This one is like, no. It's like, you're two carrots off to the left, you know.
Now we got that green light going. It's so good.
Am I gonna get the push to push? Yes, the push is pushing. Hey, you know, it's not that bad through the. I've always avoided using the USB splitter for it, but truth is, nothing to be afraid of. It looks like that little bit of. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so. Do you want to get going on the Mando?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the tuner on the mic, and then we'll get that
See
one.
what happens, yeah.
So I think while you're doing that, I think let's talk about reverbs. You know, we've always been using the same old reverb, performance after performance, and it got me thinking like we need something a lot warmer, like this time around. So I'm going to give us a good browse there while you do that. Maybe a thick convolution reverb or something. Hey. So I would like a show of hands from the chat. Anybody who's tuned in, can you just comment? I've got a few suggestions here for reverbs of actual places. These are recordings of different places, and they're like generally produced with field microphones, and then we can replicate the sound of that environment, like where we are using convolutional math. So I've got a medium-sized club. I would like some suggestions in the chat for which one of these we should use. So I'm just going to drop down some names, and maybe you can drop a suggestion, and then I'll drop these in. I've got Arundel Nave. I've got an Andrews Church. I've got Albans Cathedral. I've got Paul's Hall in Huddersfield. A far and near version of that. I've got stairwell. I've got a stairwell. Would you like to hear this in a stairwell? I've got a wooden room, big and small. And I've got a York Cathedral. Those are the real places I have. In the meantime, I'll get us a nice fat digital plate. How's that sound? Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Try that out with the Mandalorian. Ooh, sounds good. I always love the sound of these double-stringed instruments. How do you feel about it? Like, don't you just love that sound? I think today I'd really love to have some flanger on my own voice. I never do flanger. Flanger. Just a little bit of, yeah. Don't you find that refreshing? Flanger. So what do you think? Like, are we going to need keys, organ or something? Maybe like an electric keyboard?
I like the idea of that, really, I do. I think it will be a nice element at some point. I can't say when.
Are we talking about like retro type of a sound, or are we talking about like maybe something a little bit more on the, I don't know, like a modern electric keyboard or something?
Somewhere in between, I think. I like the retro thing. I mean, as well, another word that's coming to mind is Vogue. I like the idea of Vogue, sort of
Vogue, like a Vogue keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogue.
Rogue Vogue. So maybe let's see if we can take like maybe one of these old retro synths and just like get it nice. Jeez, I was thinking more along the lines of a keys than a bass right now.
Oh yeah, something a bit smoother. Those are quite rough.
Okay, I've got an idea. So maybe we should model a sound because none of these sounds are appealing to me. So let's drop an FM in here and just see what we can make out of it. Like what I always love doing is like just taking FM and treating it like drawbars, and each one can actually be a set of drawbars. So let's try maybe something. Ooh, that's like very retro though.
Alright. Nearly perfect.
Still a bit rough, eh? It has almost like a Hammond sound. I think like yeah, I don't know. Maybe less harmonics.
I think that.
Jeez, it sounds like all hell is breaking loose outside.
I can hear
I'm
the
glad I have
sirens.
headphones on. Yeah, that's maybe, what that needs is some like acoustic modeling probably. So let's head back for the reverbs. Let's see what kind of reverb we can put on that. I love placing sounds in a three-dimensional space, Like, maybe if we can put this in a strange place. Like, yeah, something like... funny, isn't it?
If you take it down an octave, maybe it will be less telephone.
That sounds nice. Yes. There we go. I love that. That's very nice. That's very modern. Maybe if we can give that a retro undertone. Like. Multiband that.
I think there's a lot of contrast in that sound between the highs and the lows. A lot of space in it. But it's still very nice. I like it. It's got a lot of sparkly texture to me.
I can live with that. Maybe it's a bit long. Maybe size it down.
like that.
I like the original.
The fade out.
It's good. It's good. I can live with a little bit less treble. Ooh. That is the one. Okay, wait. That just makes me. Clear the palette. All right. So we were talking about bass earlier on, and I think bass is probably like a very, very you could almost say like bass existed before tonality existed. Like we definitely had situations where drums could make bass sounds, like long before we had stringed instruments and notes and all those things. So I think bass is like, it hits very hard, it hits a place that's before instruments, before scales, before notes and all those things. And sometimes like a bass can lead music even on different notes, like notes that don't even match the original one, and still works. So I think like in order to have like something that is usable in a modern framework, bass has to have treble on top of it. Like it has to be saturated for any kind of transmission on phones, small Bluetooth speakers and all those things. So let's see if we can take we're going to use the guitar for that.
We spoke about that. I like the idea because it has a string vibe to it. It's more somewhat mechanical.
Let's give it a go, and let me drop a
analog.
Let me drop a pitch shift on that, and then we'll see what we can model out of it. Because I'm thinking maybe it's also sound staging with that. Like you can quite easily add a bit of reverb and make it warmer.
As well, to tweak the tone a bit. Maybe get something out of the...
Are you up high there on the volume?
Yes, it's basically a full blast.
Sounding pretty good. I'm all about that bass. But yeah, I think we can preserve a little bit more of that harmonics on this. Like, just give it another go.
It's got a nice crowd.
Alright, so a little bit of saturation goes a long way there. I still feel like this can be amped. So let's just give that a go. that's undeniably sexy. Like, a little bit of flanging maybe. Like, yeah, like phase it up. Psychedelic. Wow. No, I'm just kidding. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. I think that's the spot. Is that the sweet spot? No.
Yeah.
I love what it does to the fuzz in the back. Like, that's better though. So I think it's definitely this amp mono, is it? Yeah, the amp mono is it. So I wanna mono out that bass because it feels like the treble's great, but the bass, that's better. Fat. I love that. Okay. I'm not sure if I like that other sound anymore, but let's see what else we can add to this. Alright. So now we got to find ourselves a subject. If you're watching right now, we would like to know more about what you think our subject has to be. We need to find subjects, people. And when I say subject, I don't mean that you're my subject. I mean that you're going to provide me with one. Because without a subject, improv just goes nowhere. How are we ever going to make music without a subject? So if you would like to provide us with one, please comment. Let us know what you would like to think while we play music. Let us know what you would like to feel or what it should be about. Maybe you want us to make music about flowers. Well, we can make something flowery. If you want us to make music about unicorns, we can do that. If you want us to make music about, well, just about anything, I'm sure we can handle it. We just need a subject. I don't know, this thing keeps loading. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a bit long. Yeah. That's better. So now that we've entered the cave. Alright. So we've got a few basic sounds going, like a few basic constructs. I'm hearing a bit. Should we put a gate on that bass? Yeah.
I can hear some kind of a snake hissing somewhere.
No, that's the bass going down. Let's get a gate on that. So when you gate sound, when it's under a certain volume, you don't hear it. Simple as that. This really wants reverb, doesn't it? Try now. It's a bit big. Try. Ooh, that's good. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're going to need two of these, right? One for guitar, one for bass. So Just hear what it sounds like without guitar, without the bassifier. Try that again. It's on the hissy side. Try now. Sounds pretty good. Alright, so we've got bass and we got guitar. So, apart from this, the Mando itself, we're going to reverb that one. Did we set up a reverb for it?
No. But it's got a lot
Oh,
of...
it's got your point. It's got this reverb.
It's got a lot of space to
Sustain.
it.
Yeah. You would have to stand for it. Yeah.
I know, it's kind of tricky, and I don't like standing with it anyway. No, that's not optimal. I don't know what the best solution is. Maybe to angle this down, that could be possible. Then it could, if I come forward a bit like that. Oh, it's a magnetic repulsion.
I'm gonna get fried and watch this. I like that. Are we going to use shakers for this? I mean, it sounds like we're using lots of natural sounding.
So what do you feel about this thing? You think it's worth trying to affect it?
You know, when you use it, what I associate with the sound that this thing makes, personally, we need like a boomy drum, like a boom, you know what I mean? Like, should I try the water bottle thing to make a deep drum? Yeah. Do you think that'll work?
Oh, do you still have one?
Yeah, it's South Africa. We've got water bottles.
It's a commodity now. Even newspapers when it's not around.
Yeah, what else are you going to wipe your ass with? Please, if you're enjoying this, share it with a friend. We need more people to watch it at the same time. And I'm sure you've got lots of people that you know would enjoy something like this. It doesn't happen every day. It happens on Sound Design Saturdays, Narcoustics, I Am Moonshine. This, friends, is Nanogeddon. We are the first earbenders. First in command. First in demand. I need to share this quickly to a page. I'm seeing, the shot looks pretty good. You see that? That's
I
what
like that.
yeah.
I like this.
What I'm taking away is that you don't have enough reverb.
Nice. I'm also not so close to the mic.
Give it a close shot.
There's a pose, a special yoga pose to get in line here.
Do you want a pillow? Would you like a pillow? For the mando. Just set the mando on.
Maybe that would work. I don't know. That might be the perfect solution.
So we're definitely going to tambourine in this one, right? I've been practicing the tambourine like a mofo.
That works a little bit better.
So my flanger is a bit soft, in my opinion. I think it's because it's being reverbed. Such a loud instrument. All right.
So that settles that.
I just need to
Question is,
procure some. Tobacco so that I can pass on to the next round.
ooh, there can be no progression without expression.
I don't see any tobacco outside.
I have.
Do you have tobacco? Big Chief want tobacco.
We make peace now.
We make peace now. Boom. So, I'm about to share this on a few more social channels. And I think we're getting closer to having some kind of a workable sound design. I just want to give this another once over. I think we're missing definitely the booming sound. I wonder if he's bringing a bottle. Because I've got one here. So, people, I hope you enjoy what we're busy doing. We are about to ensue on the second half of our sound design journey. We are in possession of some musical instruments. This one will probably get replaced. This one will probably stay. The rest of the sound design that we've done is a bass setup for the electric guitar that we have. Beautiful Ashburn that's been mostly repaired. We're also... Wait, let me get this effect off of my voice. I really feel like I'm some kind of a... There we go. I feel like I'm like an announcer in a warehouse or something. Yeah, that's a bit better. So... Oh, wait, no. I'm in a storage cupboard. Damn. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, that sounds better. So what we really still need a subject, ancestral harmonic biofeedback.
Wow, that is amazing.
Is that our subject?
That was awesome.
All right. I love that. I really love that. Thank you. Thank you. With all the love in my heart, Richard Lucky, thank you for providing us with a beautiful and insightful and thoughtful subject to create our musical texture from. That is, in fact, I would say ancestral harmonic biofeedback is probably our forte. So I'm very happy to hear that you've selected a subject that we excel at. So in order to do this, I think we're going to have a boomy drum to get this started on. And let me just roll this up real quick. I have one right behind me somewhere. I'm going to pick it up. I think, do you think we're going to need the jambo? Yeah.
The jambo? What is the jambo?
The toko.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea. And in saying that, do you think we'll need the honer? That is.
Maybe if you can make like little tweety sound effects off of it.
I can try. We don't even need to put an echo. I don't know.
No, what I'm noticing is we've got all these reverbs.
Pitch up.
We've got all these reverbs, but we don't really have. We don't really have sufficient sounds that are like trippy. Do you think that's going to be okay?
Sufficient sound. Well, that's why I've got the harmonicas.
I think that'll work. So this is a little trick I've learned by messing around with microphones.
If we need it.
Okay, that sounds pretty that's gonna hit the theme right between the eyes. I like that. Oh wow, look, we're getting the comments on the together thing. That's wonderful. So yeah, you see, keeping an eye on everything is really, really difficult. So it's pretty cool. Like I've just noticed that we've got feedback from our chat in an aggregated way on the side of my screen. That's wonderful because it's so hard for us to keep an eye on everything that's busy happening right now. The world is in motion and we've got to keep up. We've got music programs in front of us. We've got dials in front of us. We've got instruments in front of us. And sometimes we get a little bit distracted. It's very easy for us to get lost. And at the same time, I need to kind of share this stuff on social networks while I'm busy talking to all of you. So it can get difficult. We're going to get better at this with time, though. Each and every episode that we do will be better than the last. So watch this spot. I'm going to share this to a group that I love very, very much. Shout out to this group I'm sharing to right now. I'm sure in the next 10 to 20 seconds, we're going to get one or two views from wonderful brothers and sisters over at Proud Stoners 420. Shout out Proud Stoners 420 on Facebook. We're going to be sharing on one or two more dopey groups as we're progressing because I'm about to light up. Now, big shout out to 100% Stoners on Facebook. Beautiful group. I've seen people do amazing things with big bongs. So, let's talk about what we're going to do to switch this instrument from guitar to bass, because I think that we haven't addressed that yet. Do you want to have a button on this thing that you can maybe control it with?
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. I don't know how convenient it will be to set such a thing up, but perhaps it will be of use.
So I see, you've got like different screens up here?
Yes.
So this one's got a few buttons, It's got like 5 buttons on the side.
That's cool.
So what if I make the one switch us between guitar and bass? Would that be okay?
Yeah. 100%. That's awesome.
Let's get this. Done. Try it out.
Which one is it?
Oh, they're both switching on and off. We've got to do them independently.
I can't hear nothing.
Try it now. Oh, it's on.
I can't even hear.
Try it. So that's the bass. You see the light is on the top one?
Yeah.
No. Check. That's the guitar.
I reckon, what do you say we put the stand
Do you want that stool thingy?
or the stool? That would be convenient.
All right. You gotta sometimes, if you want to get shit done, you gotta push a stool.
Yo, that stool's got stories to tell.
That's Sandman's stool, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandman.
Hey, big, heartful shout out to our friend Sandman, who is now not able to jam with us because he lives too far away. I hope you've tuned in. I hope you're watching this because we are essentially living the dream that Sandman helped us carve out of thin air. And in fact, I'm going to share this with Sandman as we speak. Sandman, a big, heartful shout out to you. And one of my musical stylistic mentors and acquaintances, Tommy. I know you're available. I've just shared you a link. Tommy, much love to you, my man. Brother, you have given us so much musical inspiration. His DJ. Stop it. You can bark at another point in time and another place. All right. So, let's see. We're going to need to lay down this boomy thing into a loop, right? So I'm going to need a looper myself.
Right here. You want to use that? I think it's achievable.
I mean, on the channel, though.
Oh, right, I get
because I don't know if I want to use. Maybe I can use the push for it. Use the push for it. So yeah, I think that'll be fun. All right. Then, is that all the elements that we're going to need? How do you feel? Do you want me to think about sound effects or something? I think. What if we do some of those things with with a uke, with a lighter, but we do it on the Mando, like you do that. That could be a nice sound effect. We would need sound effects.
Do you know where that copper slide is, perhaps?
Isn't that worse for your strings than a lighter?
Well, I can use a lighter. I do have one, yeah. That's yeah.
Those strings are very old. I wouldn't ruin them with a copper slide right now. But it's yours to do as you please and replace when you need to.
I actually want to make a metal rod that will function quite nicely for that.
I need to know a little bit more about the key that we're going to use, and this is all going to be Mando-centric. So,
yeah, no, this is
can you give us the Mandalorian there, and let's try and dictate something for me to follow, and then I can maybe get myself in that headspace. Maybe I can even adjust this thing's guides so that it shows me the scale that you're playing.
I'm in uncharted water as it stands. It would be nice to actually maybe pull up a chord chart, and maybe then we can get a better idea of.
But it's more like I want to hear what we're going to play. Like, you know what I mean? So,
well, that's it. I
can pull up a chord chart.
Limited scale knowledge or any kind of real experience.
That's a good point.
That's a G, I think.
It's like I don't need to know the names of the I just want to hear it so that I can kind of prepare myself.
You.
Okay, I think I got something. It's a highly dry sounding. Why is that so dry?
I think it's because I'm palm muting that.
No, I
Just
mean,
chopping on it. Something like that, maybe.
so I think I think between the instruments that we've got, we can set up some kind of a construct that we can use. Do you feel like you need some kind of loop control?
I don't really, but it might be useful
So let's see if those
For-
buttons can loop.
for.
'Cause I don't know if they do or don't. What channels though? To loop the bass.
I was thinking that would probably be the primary channel.
You're ready? Are you mentally prepared? Do you want to practice a moment or two of bass?
Well,
Get your head in the swing, or do you want me to play the bass? Or-
I don't mind. I'm probably not the best.
That's
I'm
not
not
about how
too-
good you are. It's just about being confident.
I'm pretty confident, but I'm not too experienced actually to tell you. There's no sound. But yeah, to remember these chords.
Remember, it's there. So let's see about loop control.
But that's like pretty complicated, you know.
Sounds good. But is that going to match what you're playing on the Mando side?
Well, that's the
Maybe,
thing. I'm not too clued up on the keys.
So I think, would it be okay maybe to do the Mando first and then loop that or something like that?
That might be a better idea, but I was also thinking the Mando might be good just for some like scale kind of thing
Yeah.
instead of
Then
chord
you can just join
progressions.
anything.
Because I'm not too good with chord progressions as yet, but
Otherwise, I can play it. Just play it and play scale thing. If it's too much swapping.
no, I don't have any. I'm happy, more than happy. I would like you to, yes.
So that's doing. It only activates the button when the light goes on. So you've got to double press it for those. So I don't know if we want to use that. see if you change the... What if I set a key for it now? The only way I see it working is if we each take a stringed instrument. We've got to each take one instrument, otherwise we're not going to be able to play enough variations at the same time. Otherwise it's going to be like looping.
I don't have
2 loops in the start and then they repeat, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I don't know. Which would you prefer? You take point. You
it doesn't
take
matter
point.
to me at all.
Well, how do you feel about your...
Otherwise, I should try and keep the keys pretty...
It's probably, I don't know, if you can get your mic into a comfortable position where, because my mic can't adjust, that you can play it more comfortably than me, then I think it's probably the wiser decision that you take it, because you'll be able to hold it in a more stable position.
The mandolin?
Yeah.
All right.
You see where I'm coming from?
Let me find a safe place to put it here. And then let's get that across so that we're ready for... So for those of you who've just joined us, anybody has just joined us or not, but we're about to do a music session based on the musical construct that we're building. And the idea behind this is that we're going to take the suggested subject.
What's upside down?
And render it as some kind of a musical sequence. The suggestion that we've received so far is a beautiful comment from our friend Richard Lucky, and he suggested ancestral harmonic biofeedback. I truthfully associate the sound of the mandolin with my ancestry.
Let me get...
So the dogs bark at the big dog in the sky once in a while. All right, so let me see what this sounds like. I need to share this to 1 or 2 more groups, and then we're going to get started. So the way we're going to spark off this improv experience is through a monolog. The monolog will be based on the subject that we choose. So far, we've received 1 suggestion. If anybody has anything else to suggest, we would very much like to incorporate it into our musical performance. So this is a psychedelic musical experience that involves the mind, the body, and the spirit. And we will be connecting with each and every one of you through musical expression. We have not prepared a moment of what we're going to play. we have prepared a few sound effects, reverb and such. We're going to do mostly organic sounds this time, but the sounds of it, I've got one or two tricks up my sleeve when it comes to making squeaky sounds on a computer. Maybe I'll throw a bit of that in, but that is it would be a deviation from the suggested subject, which is ancestral sounds. And I think that ancestral biofeedback is like where language comes from. It's where music comes from. That's why I like the subject so much. We have all experienced some kind of a connection with our ancestry at some point in our lives. And I find that it's only befitting for us to be more honorific towards our ancestors at a time like this, where we accomplish more things. And we've come such a long way, but we always have to remember where we come from. And we build on that as where we're going is more to do with where we come from than where we are, because more days have been spent in the past than in the present. And let's reflect on that for a moment. If you like music, please share us. We're about to begin the musical performance. Keep on going. I'm just checking that nothing else is getting out. Okay. Start a metronome. Just joined us, thank you for joining us. Please share. Today's musical texture is ancestral harmonic biofeedback. This is Narcoustics.
Yabba dabba doo. What we gonna do? Yabba dabba doo.
Remix. Didn't you know how it goes? When moonshine takes the beat and just slows it down just a little bit so that we can get across the astral plane. It's gonna sound a little bit insane when it starts, but we gotta get a new form of art. That happens on that very moment. You usually hear stuff like this where it starts going crazy. Didn't you know? Oh, but maybe it's not quite over yet. Lord. Why was that so hard?
Sounds real good, real good. Somebody said sounds real good. It's real good.
That sounds pretty good. What that needs, though, what it needs, it's like a beat, maybe like something simple. And you're feeling alright, because if you can't hear it, then you're hearing it right. We're twisting up the airwaves on the internet. Didn't you know that we get with it? We're speeding it like sports, because we're running on the front of the front lines, and we're distort your ears as we near, because the third airbender and the first airbender and the second airbender is here. Draw near as we explain the things that we bring here. The citizenship that we're equipped with is the alien radio station we get with. The director of this spaceship is sending us straight into the sun, my son. Fully equipped, I am the one. I'm Leo, I'm spitting like a Leo, but I'm a Scorpion. How did I begin? I can't remember where I begun. I'll just end it with one word. Love. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love. This has been beautiful, enjoyable, thrilling. I have been a willing participant all the way through, and I hope that you've been too. This is Moonshine, Nanogeddon. We are Narcoustics. Please join us once again. Share this with your friends and family.
Yeah, you gotta tune in. Don't tune in if
And
you
don't forget to comment at the end. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Facebook.